BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? So yeah. It's a couple of things I want to talk to y'all about tonight. Yo, anyway, what's up, Crypto? How you doing today? What's up, Muggy? Who else we got up in here? Straight Ballin'. Shout out to Straight Ballin'. I see you rocking that dope BBN merch. Thanks for sending in that pic so we can have you on the lineup. Who else we got up in here? Scarred Music. Shout out to Scarred. Scarred be sending us that information that we be having about the protests down in Chile. Appreciate you, my brother. That's a whole fact. What up, Kwame? There's somebody in here named Amaya Gannon. And hold on. She says, hello, everyone. I've been gone for 2 weeks. Was working. Shout out to you for being working. But I don't ever remember your name before. But I appreciate you being here now. So, whatever. What up, Whitney Hunter? How you doing today? Monica Kendra Whitehair, how you doing? What up, Flower Boom? What up, Tiffany Marie Ferry? What up, Raw Up and Coming Blogs? Haven't seen you in a while. I'm not sure if you're one of those channels that be throwing shots at me. What up, Deontay? What up? Let's talk about a shout out, Mr. Sex Money. You already know what it is. What up, Midnight Myers, Home Team Network? How you doing, my brother? You know what? We need to get together, a couple of y'all that talk sports, and I want to start doing a sports segment where I get all of y'all on the line and y'all call in and we all be in the chat and we talk some sports. I need to get a couple of y'all together for that. People that really watch sports, not some of y'all that just want to call in, but that really watch sports. And we do that shit like once or twice a week. Anyway, what up, Joshua? And hopefully, other content creators also. Just not anybody. If y'all also create content, that'll be what's up. What up, Joshua Singleton? Who else we got up in here? J Cash, Ayo Flea. Who else we got? How the hell that shit jump all the way down there like that? What up, the few real Tupac fan, Daryl Edwards, Muggy. I said Muggy. What up, Miguel Pineda? I haven't seen you in a while. What up, Waxavelli, Cloutnet, uh, Your Life, Donnie, Heather Walters, Ryan Kane, Anthony, William Somerville, Lamar Clark. Did I miss anybody? Tori Mosley, Five Borough Boy, Midnight Minds. I said that. Shakar SP. Did I miss anybody? What up, Joshua? Uh, Joshua. Appreciate you, Tiffany. What up, Cash Roll? Haven't seen you in a while. I can't remember if you left on good terms or not. Way of the Loso, shout out to Way of the Loso, shout out to New Haven, Connecticut. You already know what it is. What up, Jimbo Bass? Who else we got up in here? I can never remember. When y'all leave and come back, I can never remember if we left on good terms or not. Right? It's a funny story revolving around this hat. I'm not gonna really get into it, but it is a funny story revolving this hat. Um, One, could we hit that like button? That'd be dope. What up, BP? What up, Young Snow? Chanton Smith. There's a couple of things I want to talk about that's involved in this Treyway case. All right, so first thing I want to say is this. Could we put that so I can? Yeah, I don't want y'all to see who sent that to me. I'll just take a picture of it. Make sure there's no mistakes made. Make sure, damn sure I don't want y'all to see that picture. All right, so there's a couple of things that I want everybody to see and know. So there's a couple of things I want everybody to see and know, right? And I know how everybody feels. I'm always defending Tekashi, this and that, because I'm not ready to dump on the boy, on the man. He's a man. I'm not ready to dump on the man. So often people are like, oh man, he's always defending Tekashi. He's always sticking up for Tekashi. No, whatever they saying. That's not necessarily the case. I just think we have to keep that same energy. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm ever saying. Why shouldn't um so apparently on Monday, this isn't something I don't think I've heard anybody talk about this. CIA Chris has another sealed document. Now, this is the first thing that I want to show y'all real quick. Let me make sure I can show y'all. Okay, I can't show y'all that part. So I'm going to show y'all. I can't show you that part, but I think I can show that part. So this is the first thing I want to show y'all. Look at all of these sealed documents. Also, remember, Tekashi has no sealed documents. Remember, Tekashi has no sealed documents. Look at all these sealed documents. Hold on, Scott. Hold on, Scott. We're gonna get to that in a minute. We're gonna get to that in a minute, Scott. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Appreciate you for. I'll just say what we're gonna get to in a minute. Scott said you called it about more people coming out of the woodwork supporting Tekashi. Akon went on an interview sympathizing with him. But hold on. Thank you for bringing that up, my brother. You the man. But hold on. Hold on 1 minute. Let's just get to this real quick. I don't want to expose this person's Pacer account. But I do want y'all to see how many sealed documents that this particular individual has. I think this is CEO Chris's sealed documents, by the way. I'm not even 100% sure, but just look at the sealed documents. Tekashi has no sealed documents we know of. Tekashi has no sealed documents. Hold on. You know what? This is so big. This is such a thing. I'm going to walk off camera for a minute. Tekashi has no sealed documents we know of. What up, Gordo? Tekashi has no sealed documents that we know of. No goes to court next, right? I think they become unsealed like in January or something like that. Yo, you know who go to court next, right? Y'all know who go to court next, right? We don't know what's in the sealed document. It's sealed. I'm sorry, Jennifer Morales. Yes, Bat goes to court next. Over a year. Look. I was trying to. I wanted y'all to also be able to see the dates. I wasn't trying to. What the hell? That does that? I didn't even know my phone does that. That does that. That's weird. Oh shit. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't trying to obscure the dates. I let y'all see the dates. I wasn't trying to obscure the dates. How can we know? Jennifer Morales, you just asked the same question in a different way. How can we know? Hold on. How can I explain what is in the sealed document if the document is sealed? If I can't tell you why the document, if I can't explain what's in a sealed document, I then can't tell you why it is sealed. Oh, you're asking for an example. Pardon me. A document will be sealed for a reason like there's information that was said in open court or information that refers to somebody who's maybe still undercover. There's information that can't be public yet, basically. Whatever it is, it can't be public. Basically, that's it. Whatever it is, for a myriad of different reasons, it cannot be public. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry about this. Be right back. Why don't y'all look at this promo right here for She Get the Money the movie. Somebody said I keep saying that like I don't know the name. It's She Get the Money the movie, all right? And it stars Canary Diamond and Lexi. Go check it out. The director's De Leon Giovanni Solomon. His name is hard for me to say. I do know his name. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. I'm pretty sure y'all gonna like it. If y'all like this stuff that they got on Stars and they got on that other channel, y'all gonna love it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back. But I apologize. We love you. All right, so Latek late. Okay, we can. Okay, okay. LA says his records are going to be sealed because he's a government witness. As he's involved, he will be blacked out once the document is made public. His involvement will be blacked out. Yeah, that sounds about right. He's a government informant, and he is the person that I keep telling y'all was involved in taking Treyway down. I keep telling y'all this. Once again, the FBI didn't get involved until he came aboard. I'm not even blaming the person that brought him in the whip. I'm not blaming the person that got him involved at this point, because 9 times out of 10, they threw so much money at that individual that any other person probably would have also have fell for the shenanigans. So we're not blaming the person that brought him aboard. You understand what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, they probably threw so much money at whoever was the person that invited him or brung him into the got him involved in the situation. They probably threw so much money at them that it was like, how are you gonna say no? You understand what I'm saying? Like that's what people like sometimes feel when they be like, oh man, but whoever brought him in, it was their fault, or this or that. But what you're not understanding is the government has like their resources is you know the FBI's resources is so much more than that of any street gang. You understand what I'm saying? They have so much resources, they can just keep throwing money at the problem. We're about to get to everybody that's sympathizing with 6ix9ine. Just give me 1 second. Let's bask in this other thing, because that's another thing I was right about. But let's bask in this thing first. And then then after we bask in this thing for a couple of minutes, we gonna move on to that. Wait, so hold on. Is this the first y'all hearing about this? I'm curious. Is this the first that y'all hearing about this sealed document? Did you hear about this sealed document anywhere else? Did anybody hear about this sealed document anywhere else? I want to give my contact credit, but I don't know if I could. If they want me to. Can we get those likes up? Look at all of y'all that just said this is the first time y'all have heard about this. Could we get those likes up? I'm asking nicely. I'm not asking for y'all to donate, which would be nice, but I'm asking that you could we at least get the likes up? Could we do that? And I apologize if I haven't been on my game lately. I got a lot of stuff that I'm dealing with on and off. Got a lot of stuff that I'm dealing with. I got a lot of stuff that I'm getting myself involved in. Some stuff I didn't even know I was gonna get involved in. It just happened. But um, shout out to Sean Sataro from Complex. That was my contact on this particular story. I gotta check out Sean Sataro on Complex. Y'all gotta check out his articles that he write for Complex. He's a good guy, and his articles are always dope. That's why whenever we are actually speaking on the same topic, I always want to throw his name out there. I I really rocks with him. We rock with him. He part of the BBN family. You feel me? We rock with Sean Sataro. That's a whole stack. Don't let nobody tell you different. We rock with Sean Sataro. I asked him because I've been wanting to give him more shout outs. You know what I'm saying? So I asked him and shit. He said sure and shit. Excellent. Shout out to Richard Chaparro trying to start the $2 drive. I don't know, man. I think the engine's stolen. I don't see nobody coming behind you at the moment. What up, Free Noop? Um, yeah, so now I don't got it. But look at all of these sealed documents. What up? What up, Trucker Rob? Look at all of these sealed documents. And people keep talking Tekashi. Like I keep saying, the people that knew Tekashi personally, every single person that knew Tekashi personally and shooting at him, like, throwing shots at him, I respect that. If I knew him personally and he wouldn't got on that stand, I'd be throwing shots at him and I'll be pissed off at him more than anybody else also. Don't get this twisted. It's this thing called betrayal. It's real. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of these individuals did not know CEO Chris that as well as they knew Tekashi. A lot of these dudes didn't deal with CEO Chris. You understand what I'm saying? CEO Chris has got them caught up by like what's that game they play that has to deal with movies when they be like Kevin Bacon, 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever that is. That's how the rest of these guys got caught up by that 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. They knew a guy that they did it. They did a thing with a guy that did a thing with a guy that did a thing with a guy that dealt with him. You understand what I'm saying? So the people that are mad at Tekashi, I want that locked up, and they mad at Tekashi. I would feel the same way. You understand what I'm saying? Just to let's keep it clear. I would feel the same way. Shout out to Kelly keeping the $2 drive alive. I'm gonna try to cover that name up because I don't want to show nobody's name. Hey, Kelly donated before. Shout out to you. Shout out to Kelly keeping the $2 drive alive. Appreciate you. Um. So yeah. So the people that actually know Tekashi that are pissed off at him, I think that all of y'all got 100% right to be pissed off at him. That was y'all homie. He got on the stand. He talked. Y'all know him personally. That is betrayal. I feel you. The people that are related to those individuals, I feel you also. I'm on your side as far as you people, you guys being pissed off at Tekashi. You got all the right to be pissed off at Tekashi. But the individuals that are just going crazy on Tekashi, ain't involved in none of this, and are just acting like CEO Chris don't exist. Y'all not jacking. No, I'm not jacking nothing that's coming out your mouth. If you pissed off at Tekashi and CEO Chris, then I'm behind that. But if you only pissed off at Tekashi, you ain't pissed off at CEO Chris, you are not close to this particular situation, I can't respect that. I'm sorry. Shout out to Trucker Rob. That's your whole name too. Anyway, so shout out to Trucker Rob. I'm trying not to show your name. Shout out to Trucker Rob. Appreciate you, my brother. Look, that's all I'm saying. So the people that are incarcerated, involved in this whole thing, that are pissed off at Tekashi, I think that you have all the right in the world to be. You should be. If you so angry, there's literally steam coming out of your ears. I can get behind that. The people that in your families and close friends that feel the same way about them, I could get behind that. But these rappers that's out there, these other people that just putting up the memes and acting like Tekashi's the only one talking, y'all have to have that same energy for CEO Chris. And that's all I'm saying. I'm really not saying much more than that. Shout out to the Game is Rigged. $5 drive. He said bags on deck. Hashtag BBN. Respectfully, I saw you ask who was that sitting down at the CK shoot. Laugh out loud. Was she a baddie? Wait, what? I'm trying to remember what you talking about. I can't remember. You messing with me right now. Shout out to Syracuse. That's a whole fact. My whole point is this, and this is one of the main points that I've been trying to express this whole entire time. CEO or CIA Chris brought the feds. Even with all of the freaking shenanigans these guys was doing, they wouldn't be caught up in a RICO the way they caught up in a RICO if it wasn't for the FBI getting involved. Yeah, CIA Chris. Yeah, that's what we call them. I'm just saying CEO. I call them both. And it's Chris with a K. And for people that keep saying that he was used, Tekashi I'm speaking about, they served the purpose. All right? They kept him safe. Nobody touched Tekashi. They kept him safe. Treyway is the best security in hip hop. The only people that touched Tekashi was them. Treyway, the best security in hip hop, yo. Like, shout out to Richard Chaparro, keeping the $2 drive alive. He said, "Oh boy, was ready from the rip." Look, Treyway was the best security in hip hop, man. I heard about some behind the scenes shit I want to talk about. I might make a couple of videos about it. I don't know. I want to wait until everybody's got their plea deals. I mean, got their time and everything before I talk about some of the stuff I heard about behind the scenes. But there's a lot of stuff I heard about behind the scenes that these dudes was doing. Tekashi was safe. There's only one time that Tekashi really probably it was a little shaky, and that wasn't even the LAX situation. That was a whole nother situation. Your life says you never mess up the money, and 6ix9ine was the money. Everyone goes down before the money goes down. That's a fact. I can't even argue that. I seen CEO Chris in court. I'm looking at this guy like, this guy? But you don't never know. When somebody got that money attached to them, money could get you in the rooms that all the gab in the world can't. So if you could straight face lie to a dude and you got financial backing, you can get damn near anywhere. And I seen this dude in court. And I am 100% sure he lied on the stand more than once. And I'm not saying the government got him to lie on the stand. I'm saying maybe he was just saying shit and they knew that the defense couldn't prove him wrong. There was a couple of things he said on the stand that I just thought he was lying. Ain't no financial backing like the feds. It's a fact. The investigation was going on before 6ix9ine. That's a fact. And he was just on this when CEO Chris was on the stand. I just thought he was lying. I mean, not about everything, but there was a couple of things that he was saying, and I was just looking around. Like he'll say something that I'd be like, that just well, it's not fair because I've heard a couple of different stories myself. So there's a couple of things that he said that initially, and I was just like, well, that doesn't sound right with the stuff that I already knew. You understand what I'm saying? And then I look at the jury, and some of them even look like they thought he was bullshitting. You understand what I'm saying? I lie to you not. I lie to you not. I wished. I'm not gonna say that. I think that the attorneys did the best job that they could do with what they had. I don't think the attorneys did was bad at all. I think they did the best with what they had. For everybody that don't know, when you are defending somebody, you have to have a game plan basically. So you're like, okay, we have to choose what we're gonna try to defend against. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like we're not guilty because we're not guilty because, and then your case has to prove that. You understand what I'm saying? So I personally think these guys did the best job that they could have did with the information that they had and with the information that the federal government had, because the federal government had so much information. Like the federal government had so much, like the federal government's information was insurmountable. I mean, it was, you just gotta hope. You know, if you're a family member of these guys, if you a friend, if you're somebody that, associate, you just gotta hope, because the federal government had a lot of, from the forget the witnesses for a minute, the telephone conversation and the text messages alone was just it was just a lot. They had text messages. You wanted Star Brim's name came up. They had text messages with Star Brim. They had text messages with Jim Jones, obviously. They were bringing up rappers like crazy in court. And it wasn't the people on the stand, it was the government asking about them. So they just off of the text messages and the telephone conversations, they had so much. They had telephone conversations of people saying things over the jail phone that was basically illegal activities that they were trying to talk to people about getting involved in. I knew certain things. If 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 I would have been contacted, let's say I would have spoke with, see, because it's like this. This is what you got to understand. I'm not part of their gang. I'm not part of no gang. I'm not part of none of that stuff. So I don't have the same restrictions. What up, Shy? I don't have the same restrictions. So these gang members, even though they don't want to go to jail, there's certain things they can't even tell their lawyer about. It's just certain things they can't talk about. You understand what I'm saying? I don't necessarily have those restrictions. If those guys would have called me, if I would have spoke to their attorneys, there's a ton of things that I would have told them that might or might not have helped. It's almost impossible to defend against wiretaps, and that's a whole fact. Shout out to Rue Jones with the $2 drive. He said it's hard to defend against wiretaps, etc. That's a whole fact. If your life said if 6ix9ine comes out and helps some of the family members that he told on, should they take the money? I don't see why not. You think they shouldn't take the money? You think 6ix9ine says I'm gonna help out a family, and then he's like, "Yo, is gonna try to give him 5 racks," and they're gonna say, "Nah, we good." 6ix9ine bailed out cool, as far as I know. As far as I know, 6ix9ine bailed out cool. If he didn't, I don't know. I'm just telling you what I know. Telling you what I heard. Information I have. That's what I'm telling you. Also, just because we're clear, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Just so we're clear, I want everybody to go check out She Get the Money. It's on YouTube. Go check it out. It's directed to DeLeon Giovanni Solomon. It's starring Canary Diamond and Lexi. And if you like shows like Power and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure that this is a show that you could get behind. Go check it out. What you mean audio and video off? What you talking about? That's all you, man. What up, Erin Mitchell Jones? How you doing this today, baby girl? You on the set? That's what it is. Keeping the $2 drive alive. Why is that blue? That's not $2. Hey, Erin Mitchell Jones, what country are you in? Michelle, why am I saying Mitchell? What country are you in? Really? That's a different blue. Nah, your blue is different. Y'all blues is different. Your blue, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it's because it's a sticker. All right. It feels kind of good when we don't have freaking weirdos in here talking crazy. I appreciate y'all. We got like 200 and something people in here, and we don't have no weirdos talking crazy. They probably in here because there's only 90 likes. Cause we hit that like button, they probably in here, but they like, oh man, we talk crazy. We gonna get kicked. We might want to ask a question later. Um, um, I want to get to all of the people coming out the woodwork, like I told y'all, that was gonna start supporting Tekashi. I told y'all that. I said, yo, look, there's gonna be people that's gonna be coming out of the woodwork. It's after 9 o'clock, and they didn't send me a damn email. Let me check. Please be email. Please be no email. No email. God dang it. I made one person unhappy by accident at fucking the damn thing. And now they're just screwing with my stuff. I'm gonna have to upset somebody tomorrow that's gonna break my heart. So it's gonna be upsetting. It's gonna be definitely upsetting. Alright, you could say screw 6ix9ine all you want, but let's not say F people. Let's not do that. I'm just gonna remove the comment. I'm not gonna do nothing to you. I'm just gonna remove the comment. Yeah, we're just gonna kick that person out. Talking about I use drugs. Peace. With the bags. Yo, could we get a whole bunch of bags for Gully Boss Donnie? Can we get some bags? We just hit Gully Boss with his bags. Can we get some bags, everybody? Oh, that's why everybody pulling up tonight. Let's get some bags out there for Gully Boss. You don't play that. Appreciate y'all. Alright, so once again, for everybody that just came in here, I want to show y'all something real quick. Hometown, appreciate you, C Sports, for liking the show. Home Team Network says this guy would say safe travels every time we kick somebody. I'm confused. 6ix9ine supposed to give money to people who I didn't say for 6ix9ine to give money to anybody. Somebody asked me that if he did do that, should the family accept the money? And I'm like, why not? Do not come back at. Why you keep telling these people we don't let everybody come back as a 2.0? Free Nuke is a funny dude. So for everybody that just got here, let me show y'all something real quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Once again, shout out to Sean Sataro. That's the brother from Complex. He put me on to this. Shout out to Sean Sataro. First thing I want to show y'all is on Monday, a situation happened on Monday. On Monday, there was more documents that have been. There was another document. Shout out to William Somerville. Appreciate you, my brother. There was more documents sealed. Look at all these are sealed documents. On Monday, another document was sealed from CIA Chris, or as some people know him, CEO Chris. He had another document sealed on Monday. Y'all know who goes to court, right? Y'all knows the next person to go to court on the 18th, right? Bat. Bat goes to court on the 18th. It can be argued that whatever is in this sealed document has something to do with Bat. It can be argued. We don't know. It's sealed. But look at all of these. As far as I know, Tekashi 6ix9ine does not have any sealed documents. As far as I know, Tekashi 6ix9ine has zero sealed documents. Zero sealed documents. CEO Chris or CIA Chris, whatever y'all want to call him, he has a sealed document going all the way back to, what's that? May 17th, 2018. He was going in and giving freaking he was going in and reporting right after stuff was happening. When was the shooting in Barclays? When did the Barclays shooting happen? Somebody look and see when the Barclays shooting happened for me. That does mean that more people might get round up. But appreciate you. There's a story behind me getting this hat. I don't want to waste your time. I know nobody don't want to hear about the story revolving me getting this hat, but there's a whole story revolving around me getting this hat. Um, BK man straight stacking all day says everybody supporting 6ix9ine. I just gave somebody else bags. Could we get some bags down there? I hit him dead in his face. Stacking all day says everybody supporting 6ix9ine now because they know he getting out and gonna get the bet and gonna get the bag. So they want features. Watch how much features he get. Um, I don't think that's why they're supporting him, but um, I think a lot of people wanted to embrace him before. I think a lot of people wanted to embrace him before. To be honest with you, look at how they talking about him. Something the game said. Yeah, May 7th. It says it right here. Hold on. 17th, May 17th. So what happened on May 7th? Something the game said. Something the game said. Game said when 6ix9ine first came out and he was doing all that trolling, he said he wanted to choke him. But then Game said, you know, I didn't know that this was the new age. Like, this is what you do now. You get it? Shout out to Home Team Network Live Sports. The CEO, Chris, got more sealed documents than FedEx. That's a fact. Game said, I didn't know that this is the way that they do it now. Wait, what does TMC say happened on May 7th? That's what I'm asking, Felisa, please. Backpacks, still bags. What up, Sule? Backpedaling is serious. The Barclays happened on the 7th, right? Who got arrested the next week? I think 2 weeks later is when Roe got not Roe murder. Fu Banga got arrested 2 weeks later, right? 2 weeks later, Fu Banga got arrested. So hold on, let me go. So look at this. Fu got arrested 2 weeks later, right? Somebody find out what date Fu got arrested on. Check this out. So it happened on the 7th, right? That's when the Barclay shooting happened. And he went and talked to them on the 17th. Now, what day was Fu arrested? The game is known for trolling, but nobody trolled like Tekashi. Let's respect Tekashi for that. Tekashi took trolling to a whole new level. Tekashi trolled like no one else has ever trolled before. So let's respect that. Tekashi changed the way trolling was done. November 22nd. So hold on. Look. I mean, May 22nd. So hold on. The shooting happened on the 7th, right? On the 17th, there's a sealed document from CEO Chris, right? And on the 22nd, about 2 weeks later, like I said, Fu Banga was arrested. Now, like I said, CEO Chris is getting everybody locked up. People only want to talk about Tekashi. All right, Viper Clan, we're not doing that. Okay, we're just gonna we're not doing that. Can we get some bags for Viper Clan? Can we get a whole bunch of bags for Viper Clan? Can we get some more bags? Um. So look, the Barclays incident happens on the 7th. On the 17th, there's a sealed document, and on the 22nd, Food Banger gets picked up. CIA Chris. No, we're not doing that, Free Nuke. Free Nuke, we're not doing that. We kicked him out. He's done. We're not doing that. We're not going back and forth with these fools. When they come in here, we just kicking them. That's it, and we getting back to business. We're not going back and forth with them. What up, Divine Dollars? Ain't seen you in a minute. Big Hats. Big Hat said this is all the Crips' fault. They had CIA Chris and let him get away. For everybody that don't know, CIA Chris tried to get with the Crips. The Crips he tried to get with figured out who he was. It was about to take his head off. Somehow he got out of that situation and he ended up getting with Treyway. When was the fight between... Hold on. When was the fight between Adrian Bronis? Who did Adrian Bronis lose to that night? Ain't Bronis. Broner. Just so we could just be clear. Hold on, just so we could be sure. Let's just throw some back. Yeah, we just kicking them dudes out of here. They come in here talking crazy. Just kick them out. We don't got time for that. Everybody get mad at me because I kick people out. Why? Why we got to go back and forth? Why can't I do my show? Hold on, I'm looking something up. I was thinking of Adrian. Remember, there's an actor called there's an actor that name sounds close to Adrian Broner. It was in May, so it wasn't that fight. Ah, god dang it! I opened up IG by accident. Um, ah, appreciate you, the 702 Baron, for the $2 drive. He says the answer to the video with 56 Casanova. I don't think the Trini or the GDs kicked him out. The only people that we know for a fact kicked him out was the Crips. I don't know. I think the Trini, he actually got a couple of those guys arrested. I think he actually got the Trini, a couple of them dudes locked up. Because just so we could be clear, the only people we know for a fact knew who he was and was about to take his head off was the Crips. They wasn't playing with him. The hell? Yeah, the Crips was about to take his head off. Everybody else, I'm not sure about. I know from what I heard, he got a couple of the Trini locked up. So a couple of them, he got a couple of them locked up. Now, also understand what my problem with CEO Chris is before we take to the next step. Before we leave this conversation, Jesse Vargas, thank you, James Harden. That was April 21st. Shout out to Jimbo, $2 drive. Happy birthday to your mom's Duke. Yo, tell I said happy birthday from the BBN Network and Jack Frost. We love you. That's a whole fact. Let her know. So who the hell was he telling on the 17th and on the 30th? That dude was just CI Chris was just telling on people. That shit is crazy. And everybody just this is the problem I got with CEO Chris. Let me explain the problem I have with CEO Chris. You ever see those movies where a person be like, yo, I'm gonna get out the game. This is a young man's game. I'm getting out the game. I can't do this no more. Right? And then somebody comes to that guy and be like, just one more score. That's the problem I have with CEO Chris. Because I don't believe he was just people was coming to him and trying to buy stuff off of him. I don't believe it was like that. I believe maybe some of the cases, but I believe more cases than not, he was going up to people and encouraging individuals to want to buy off of him to make money. That's what I believe, and that's my problem with him. You understand what I'm saying? That's my problem. I'm not trying to say let's keep all the drug dealers out in the street. Let's keep all the murderers out in the street. Don't put nobody in jail. I'm not saying that. Entrapment. That's what I'm talking about. And that's my problem with dude. That's my problem. You know how hard it is to change your ways when you got somebody pulling you back in? Ain't that a line from a movie? I tried to get out, but they pulled me back in. That's my issue. Just so we clear. I'm not saying let's keep all the criminals out on the street. I'm not saying that. If you commit a crime and the police catch you, then you need to go to court, have your day in court. If you have your day in court and they say, you know what, you guilty, then you need to go do your time. Period. My beef is if you out here and you're not thinking about doing no crime, and somebody come to you and see you in a bad place, and they offer you something that you can't say no to, and then you go do that crime, I'm not jacking that. I can't get with that. That's my issue. Just so we could be clear. It's only entrapment if the person's a cop. But if they go get somebody who's not a cop to go do that, to do the entrapping, it's not entrapment. And see, this is the thing. If the person is already in that line of work and then they arrest him and then now they say we flipped them, then yeah, he can keep going back to doing that thing. But in this particular case, I'm 100% sure that CEO Chris had been working for the government for years. So they was pointing him at people to go get. Whitney Hunter, I love you. I love you so much. But I'm going to remove that comment because we're not doing that. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. I don't know. That's whatever that's in. I'm not an actor. Yeah, he's CIA. Not the FBI. The CIA don't have to tell you, or other law enforcement. That's a fact. But the CIA ain't supposed to be operating on American soil neither. That's my problem with CEO Chris. That right there. That I don't believe that the government should have a master lock like that. That's the cheat code. I don't think the government should have a game genie. That's just me. That dude's a game genie. I don't believe that the government should have one of those. You know how many people are probably locked up right now that really was gonna try to get out of the game but went back for one last score because it just sounded too good to pass up. That just sounded too good to pass up. That's too easy. But you just gonna give me the stuff and all I gotta do is take it across town and sell it to those dudes, and then all I gotta do is give you this much back and I get to keep the rest. So all I'm doing is driving some work uptown. That's all. That's all I'm doing. You giving me some work. I'm driving it uptown to give it to these other dudes. They're gonna give me money, and then I'm gonna bring the money back to you, and we gonna split it. That's it. You trying to tell me that half of y'all went and go for that? You trying to tell me that half of y'all went and go for that? Shout out to DC. You trying to tell me that half of y'all went and go for that? Nah, that's an okay way to put it, Ben Roman. I'm gonna erase the comment because I can't have people threatening people around here. But I understand what you're saying, and I'm not gonna give you no time out or nothing. You know how many people are gonna fall for that? Yo, I got some people uptown. All you gotta do is take this package to them. They're gonna give you some money. You bring the money back, and I'm gonna, they paying they paying 6 grand for what he buys it for 6 grand and he goes sell it. They giving me 20 grand for whatever they giving them, right? All you got to do is give me a couple. You keep the rest. You keep the bulk of the money. I'm just giving you this thing. You're gonna take it uptown for me. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Damn yeah, everybody is gonna fall for that. This is why I don't like CEO Chris. This is why I don't like that guy. Who is it gonna fall for that? And you done been on this dude. This dude is moving. This dude seems like he got all the connects. He got all the connects. He don't seem like he got any problems with the law. He been moving and shaking since before y'all even linked up. He stayed with all the money, all the drugs. All you gotta do is, what up, Cleve? All you gotta do is take this uptown. That's it. This is why I don't like that dude. That's why I don't like the dude. Blackguard, that's the point. Some people would know it's a setup and still fall for it. She good. Vix is good. She might be in the cut, but she good. That's why I don't like dude. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. I just want to make that clear because people like coming up in my comment section saying I'm trying to, I don't know, like fair is fair, man. Like right is right. I don't know how to say it, but fair is fair. You can't have a situation where you could see people where you're gonna go prey on the weak. If you got people that's out here in the street and they having a problem with money and you come in and you're gonna give them all the money as long as they do some criminal activity, you preying on them. You know what I'm saying? Even though physically they're strong, mentally they're strong. You know what I'm saying? They're in a weakened state at life. They need some cash right now for whatever the reasons might be. They got to feed their family. They got kids somewhere. They got wives somewhere. I said wives. They got a mom somewhere. They got stuff happening. You know what I'm saying? They gotta feed. They got people they gotta feed. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of tough right now. And then you come in and you're gonna there's got the fucking golden ticket. All right, all you're gonna do is say that New York is the snitching capital, right? So I'm not gonna kick you out. I'm gonna just put you on a couple of timeouts since that's all you want to say anyway, right? You don't have no desire to say anything else. Yeah, they even got a woman hooked up in the shit. There's even a woman that got hooked up. No, no, no. We ain't kick her all the way out. We set her in the corner with our bags, though. That's a whole fact. They even got a woman, a police, was he a sergeant or something like that? She even got caught up. They even had her cutting the dope, delivering the dope. It was so easy. The way CEO had it hooked, I'm sitting in court. I'm telling you right now. The way that they was explaining it, CEO Chris basically had it. So we had to do nothing. He cut it all. He put everything there. They had the cop had to cut something though, but he just everything on a platter. Sound too good to be true. Sometimes stuff sounds too good to be true, and you be like, you know what? I'm gonna chance it. If I take a loss this one time, I take a loss this one time, but I'm gonna chance it. Hold on one second. Let me plug my computer in. I'm always like checking my reflexes, like it's crazy. Like I'm always doing stuff to like make sure my reflexes on. I wasn't paying attention. We don't use the N word, my brother, but everything else you said in that sentence was fine. M16, but let's not use the N word. Appreciate you though. Everything else you said in that sentence was a good question. Basically, you said, do small town people understand how big New York is? And I don't think so. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. So I got a cousin, right, from Georgia. So he came up to New York, right? My cousin and one of my uncles, right, came up to New York. They was visiting. This is a while back. This was in the 90s. Do you know these fools couldn't cross the street? I love them. But do you know they couldn't cross the street? So I used to live on the Grand Concourse, right? So I used to live on the Grand Concourse, right? Now, I don't know who here knows the Grand Concourse is like one of those streets where where it's like you got the you got the service roads, and then you got the road in the middle, and you got the islands. You understand what I'm saying? So they were so scared crossing the street that whenever the light turned and it said it's time to walk, they would run all the way across the street. They couldn't go outside. They couldn't go outside. They literally couldn't go outside. Like they went outside like and then it was crazy too, because it was like in the summer when they was here, but it was cold to them. So they used to always have a coat on. I'm like, what's up with that? Anyway, I mean, was it the summer? It was like, was it going into the fall? I think it was like going into the fall. They don't die every year crossing the concourse. The concourse is a pretty big street, but these dudes was running. The light changed, and so I used to my terrace. I used to live on the 9th floor in Executive Towers, so my terrace is on the front of the building. So I had somebody call me out. They was like, "Yo, look at these guys!" Like I was like, "What happened?" So I ran out there to look, and you see these fools running across the street. It was just so funny. I was rolling. I was like, "What the hell?" And then they get back upstairs. They scared. They like can't go nowhere. They stayed in the house the whole time. Like, what are you talking about? You can't go nowhere. Nobody knows what CEO Chris got busted for the first time he got busted. But what they said was, give me 1 second. I'll be right back, and then I'll tell y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back.
Mike Jones Beats.
Alright, so somebody asked what he got arrested for initially. So apparently, CEO Chris used to live in Brooklyn. He moves uptown to somewhere in Manhattan with like an uncle or something like that. He tricks his uncle into buying fentanyl or something like that from China. So that's how he first started doing the drugs. He was getting fentanyl from like China or cocaine or whatever. I mean, or heroin from China or something like that. He was getting heroin and fentanyl from China. That's what and cut. He was buying all that stuff from China. So that's how he initially. So I guess that's how they initially got caught. But that's what they were saying was his that's what he was doing before, like when he was like 15, 16 years old. That's what they said. Yo, could we get some bags? Somebody just came in here and started trying to have a racist conversation. Too woke Shakur, and I just hit him dead in the face with his bags. Could we get some bags down there, please? Yeah, everybody else hit them with with his bags on the way out. I appreciate that. We don't do the racist stuff in here, homeboy. Bye. How come Trucker Rob is the only he hitting them with purses? Shout out to Trucker Rob though. You know you the homie. But he's hitting them with purses. Trucker Rob, what's up with that? Trucker Rob is hitting them with Chanel bags. Shout out to Trucker Rob. Chanel has bags, right? I know they do. What up, lovely E? Yeah, get him out of here. We don't do that all that racist stuff in here. We talk about topics. We're not talking about if y'all want to talk about black and white and all that other stuff. There's other channels for that. That's not here. We don't do that here. All right? We don't do that here. I'm looking for my phone to find everything else. All right, so let's move on real quick. We've been talking about this for an hour and a half. Let's move on to the shout out to Big Boy. He's doing a great job, by the way. Big Boy's doing a great job. No, I'm not gonna hit him with his bags. I'm gonna put him in the corner. Shout out to Rue Jones. $2 drive on the way out the door. It's a good night, Frost. And chat fam, appreciate you, my brother. Shakar PS for send you some info from the Department of Justice. I came across the Treyway indictment allegedly began in South Carolina with the Godfather of the Bloods and infiltrated to New York. Appreciate you, Shakar SP. Send it to me in the DM. Somebody can put my DMs up. That's a way to appreciate you for that. You're not necessarily telling me something I don't know, but maybe what you're about to send me is something that I don't have. So I appreciate you for that. There are a lot of things I have not discussed or talked about on purpose because I don't live in those states, and therefore I don't wanna. It's a long story, but send it to me. You probably got some stuff I don't know. Thank you. Everybody can tell this is orange because I'm a Knicks fan. So I got these to go with the threes, the Nick colored threes and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got the hat matching. It's actually orange on the tie, just to let y'all know. But it's orange on the tie. Let's shout out for that. I like wearing ties. Ties make you I like wearing ties. It's just, it's an extra look. You know what I'm saying? I like ties. I used to date this chick and she used to get mad because I used to wear a tie every day. And so she used to be like, you have a regular gear on. And she'd be like, why? I was looking fresh. I'm like, you could be looking fresh with me. I've seen your wardrobe. I don't wear cardigan. I don't have any cardigans, but I mean, whatever. And yeah, I'll wear what I think looks nice on me. I made sure said what I think because I'm gonna say I'll wear whatever looks nice on me. Then somebody gonna say some weirdo shit and start talking about skirts and dresses. Nah, because those don't look nice on me in my opinion. Anyway, let's talk about these rappers. Do y'all remember? Not a lot of y'all aren't gonna remember this. Appreciate you, Tracy B. A lot of y'all aren't gonna remember this. Appreciate you also. You also too, Sha. A lot of y'all not gonna remember this. But do y'all remember a couple of months ago when people first started coming out with all of these memes talking about Tekashi's a rat? And I said, watch by the end before all of this is over, people are gonna start changing their minds, and there's gonna be people that's gonna come to Tekashi's defense. Remember, I said that a couple of months ago when people were dragging Tekashi, absolutely dragging him. All the memes was all over IG. Anybody remember that? You remember that, Lewis? You remember that too, Tracy? Y'all remember that? What up, Brolet? I would wear Argyle. Scarred, you remember that too? Appreciate you, Donnie. Could we get a vote? Thank you, Nuke. Could we get a vote? Who remembers that? You remember that? You don't remember that. What up, world famous? I actually do have both of these. I have both of these things you just sent me. I already have both of them. But I'll re-look over them again. Yep, I do still wear corduroys. What are you talking about? Y'all see me do laundry. You know I wear corduroys. Hell yeah, I still wear corduroys. That's a whole fact. So for the people that, so for the uninitiated, I do my laundry on live, Tracy B. Ask. I'll be in the laundromat on live doing my laundry. So for the uninitiated, so y'all can know what I'm talking about. When people were dragging Tekashi, I told people that individuals was gonna start coming to his defense. But do y'all see who's coming to his defense? Akon. Akon's a powerhouse, whether y'all know it or not. Remember Akon? The Akon that gave all of that electricity over there to Africa? That Akon? That Akon. The Laundromat series. Akon don't need nobody money. That's a whole fact. That Akon, that Akon was just speaking in kind of not what definitely not against Tekashi, but kind of in the vein of he could sympathize with what Tekashi is going through. The game also. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I sit back, right? Any mature grown man can sympathize, but also let's add a qualifier to that BP. You gotta add a qualifier. As long as you are not emotionally connected to this situation. Because if you're emotionally connected to this situation, like you're one of those men that are locked up, that you were friends with Tekashi, and he wouldn't got to understand. I don't think you're gonna be able to sympathize, and I could respect that. If you're a family member of one of the individuals that got locked up, or a very close relative or friend to one of the individuals that got locked up, I could respect that. I could respect you being so mad at Tekashi, like you're like, woo! You know how what in the cartoons when people get upset, they hat blow up and like, woo! But Steve, like I could respect you being that angry. I could respect it. You have an emotional connection to the situation. Be perfectly honest, you most likely should actually be that angry. He did get on the stand. You might not even know CEO Chris to the point where he snitched, but I don't know that dude. He didn't have any real um obligation to me. Tekashi kind of had an obligation to me. How he gonna do me like that? The other dude, I don't know that dude. Who man is that? You feel me? So I can understand how some of these dudes is pissed off at Tekashi. I would be too. I know you and you went and you talked on me. I would be so pissed off. But for the people who don't have a direct connection to this, and you preaching all of this Tekashi shit, but you don't got the same energy for CEO Chris, I can't respect that. I can't respect that. Now, if you dogging Tekashi, but you have that same energy for CEO Chris, I can respect that. But if you don't have an emotional connection to any of these people that's involved in this situation, but if you don't have an emotional connection to these people, you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, then you gotta have the same energy. If you hating on Tekashi, you like, then you gotta have that same energy for CEO Chris. Period. But if these are your people that's locked up, or you one of these people that's locked up, and you like, screw Tekashi, rat bastard, snake ass, F him, yada, and you going hard on them, I can respect that. You should feel that way. I would feel that way. I would absolutely feel that way. I know you. I don't know that other dude. That other dude, who man is that? I don't know that dude. But you, I know that dude. I know you. You wasn't supposed to get on the stand. You wasn't supposed to turn on us. I know you. You understand what I'm saying? I could dig that. CEO Chris is a rat bastard. There ain't no way to get around that. CEO Chris is a rat bastard. CEO Chris is a rat bastard. And that's why we can't let that shit die. Because if you gonna, it's not fair. You understand what I'm saying? Like if 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 you are gonna do what you're gonna do and put people in jail for doing crimes, and I'm not against that. Do a crime, the police should be trying to put you in jail. Let's just be clear on that. It's your job to not get caught. Let's just be clear that. So if you're doing crimes, the police should be trying to put you in jail. That's just a whole fact. My problem is this. Not everybody, the best way I could put it is this, right? When you have a person, like I said before earlier, putting the shit on a platter for you, CEO Chris is putting it on a platter, making it look like all you got to do is take this package right here, go drop it off to those people. They're going to give you money. You're going to bring the money back to me. We're going to split the money up. Who is not, my dude, who's not going to do that? CEO Chris been doing this for how many years? He's still out here free? Who isn't going to do that? You can't, anybody right now in here that's going to say that that they wouldn't have took that deal, somebody that you know that's been doing this for who knows how long, out here, as far as you know, never been caught, got all the connections, stay with money, got all the drugs, come to you and say, yo, just drop this package off uptown. They're going to give you some money. You're going to pick up. They're going to give you some money, exchange money. You're going to bring the money back to me. And we're going to split it. You're going to get a couple thousand. Come on, man. Who's not going to do that? Who not going to do that? People will sell their soul for the bag. That's a whole fact. Polo said he's making a drop with a fake mustache and glasses on. He got the Groucho Marx. He got them glasses that go like this, and when you lift up the glasses, the mustache go up with the glasses. Yeah, the fake nose. Oh man, it's not gonna matter because CEO Chris is the one who sent you. He worked for the boys, but you know, good try. Oh man, yeah, good try though. He worked for the boys though, so they gotta know who you are, no matter. I don't know how dark or light skinned he is, but he gotta have the raw complexion for the nose. Oh man. I'm tell you what people could start doing. You got a lot of people out here that do really, 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 really good makeup. I have no idea why some people are hiring these people to make them up to look like other people and then go and committing crimes. Because you're gonna show your whole entire face, so they're gonna be like, we know how they looked. Let me be quiet. They're gonna give an entirely wrong description. Also, how about don't do crimes? I was just making jokes. We are one. Wait, first of all, 100% against crimes. Let's not commit crimes. We need to be out on the street for our family. I was making jokes. Um, BP says if they wasn't up to any grimy shit from the jump, they could have took the time and let 6ix9ine go home and keep making everyone millionaires. But they knew the game was over when he heard the tapes. What y'all gotta understand is they had tapes, they had text messages, they had a lot. Anyway, Now there's a lot of rappers. They not bashing 6ix9ine no more. What did I tell y'all last year when all this shit first started? What did I tell you? I said, yo, look. I said the majority of the 6ix9ine fans, they don't care about snitching. Majority of 6ix9ine, and when I say a majority, I mean like 95% of 6ix9ine fans. They don't care about snitching. They don't care. Majority of 6ix9ine fans ain't even inner city people. I don't care how many people in the inner city and the urban cities like 6ix9ine. The majority of 6ix9ine fans is not in the inner city. These dudes that's now speaking out and like not that hard on 6ix9ine, believe me, they know what it is. 6ix9ine brought pardon me, CEO Chris brought the feds around. Dude, I already checked my DM and answered your first message back. You sent me another one? You didn't even send me another one, man. I answered the first one. I'm not gonna keep looking down at my DMs until you send me another message, man. You asked me a question, I answered the question. CEO Chris. Yeah, am I? Why wouldn't I be alright? No, work of arts keep asking me to check my DMs, but I already answered this question. Yeah, I already answered this question. Yeah, I don't care. Could we get bags up? I just kicked somebody out. Could we get bags? Could we get bags? Um, Also, I want to bring attention to this also. Remember they was talking about 6ix9ine was gonna get like 40 something years, and then if you add whatever the amount of years he was gonna get to how old he was, how old he currently is, he would have came out when he was 69 years old. Come on, we all know that was game, right? Could we agree with we all knew that was game? Could we agree that we all knew that was game? Could we agree on that? We all knew that was game. Realistically, if 6ix9ine didn't cop out to every single which one of those, which he wouldn't have had to cop out to because most of that stuff he had nothing to do with in the first place, it wouldn't have been anywhere near 47 years. Everybody else is copping out to one and two. I think who was it that only copped out to racketeering? I think somebody only copped out to only racketeering. And once again, for everybody that says he told on Kuda B, Kuda B wouldn't even have been in this mess, as far as we know. Kuda B didn't get arrested until that TMZ footage dropped. So we got to find out who gave that TMZ footage to Kuda B. If we find out who gave that TMZ footage to Kuda B, right? Then we know. Why would academics give the TMZ footage to Kuda? That Gucci. Why would academics give that TMZ footage to Kuda B? Explain this to me, Gooch. I'm not gonna kick you. I'm not gonna kick you. I'm not gonna kick you. Let me make sure I explain. Let me make sure I say that. I'm not gonna kick you. And what people keep either forgetting or not remembering is CEO Chris, before this situation, put 30 other people locked up. CEO Chris was working still undercover up until a month before this particular Treyway trial started. And in addition to that, there's no telling what else he was probably already still, because whatever case he was working on before this trial started, that means he's also got those guys jammed up. Don't be surprised if that sealed document is a result of that. Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta get a box, some shit. Work. 1 second. What happened? Somebody said some weird shit when I put my head down? Yeah, somebody needed money and they sold the fucking footage to TMZ. Or somebody wanted to out 6ix9ine and add another charge to his account and they sold the video to TMZ. Or somebody needed money. Lawyers are expensive. I'm not trying to accuse anybody of anything, but somebody sold that footage to TMZ. And I know for a fact it wasn't academics. I can't tell you how. So please stop blaming academics for that. I know for a fact it wasn't academics. I'm not saying if it was anybody. I'm just saying I know for a fact it was not academics. Actually, to be honest with you, I heard it was just because I'm just doing my job. I'm not sure who it was, but the from where I heard it from, there's a good chance that it was not MTA bookings. I'm going to say that again. There's a good chance that it was not MTA bookings. I don't know that to be a fact. I do know it was not academics, period. I know it was not academics. But I did hear that there's a good chance that it was not MTA bookings. So y'all could stop blaming MTA bookings. And I'm not on no great terms with them either, but this is my job. Like I'm trying to do the best, disseminate the appropriate information. Wait, what? That wouldn't even make sense for acad. No, it wouldn't make sense. That don't even make sense. I'm telling you. I can't tell you how I know, but I'm telling you, academics had nothing to do with that. Stop blaming him. Why would academics do something to screw Tekashi over? That don't even make sense. Been a minute since you heard what? I hear what you say, Landon Tales. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Let's just go with that. All right. I can't tell you there's just certain things I can't say. If something comes out in the future, I'll let everybody know about it. But I can't say certain things. So okay, let's go with that. It was posted and then he deleted it, and then that's how somebody got it, right? Let's go with that. Yeah, let's go with that. Whatever. Could we get those likes up, by the way? Could we hit that like button? Um Patrick N says Ack was team 6 9. He was trying to mentor the youngin. That's a fact. After it the fan, everybody was gonna turn on Ack for simply reporting, getting both sides. Shaking my head, that's journalism. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna tell you something. I think academics actually has been extremely down the middle when reporting on this. I don't think he's been biased. I think he's been pretty fair. To be honest with you, this is just my opinion. Um, I don't know if Ack watches this channel. I doubt it. Be honest with you, I don't think so. But one thing that I did notice is when I stopped reporting, when I started really reporting on this, I what one of the things that made me understand that I was giving out good information, and that the people that wherever I was getting my information from, or however I was getting my information, that it was accurate, was academics had stopped going to bat for stop reporting on a particular subject. um I noticed that academics have been reporting heavy because it was people that was just putting out lies. I don't know no other way to put it. There was a lot of people that was just putting out lies, period. When I started reporting heavy on the case, I guess since I discounted a lot of the lies, academics said, there's no, there's whatever, whatever. So I also noticed when I go through spells where I'm not reporting on this, if something happens, Ack will report on it. So I don't think Ack watches this channel, but that's just something I've noticed. Shout out to Big Boy. He said, let's keep this $2 drive alive. Hit that like button one time. You suppose see this is the problem. I'm gonna explain something real quick and then we're gonna move on. I'm gonna explain something real quick and then I'm gonna explain something about his 5K1. I'm gonna explain something real quick. You got individuals that think the way that you're supposed to run a channel is you're only supposed to talk about what you think is the truth. It's not my job to tell you what I think is the truth and only talk about that. It's my job to tell you everything that I find out that's pertinent. Some things I don't talk about because I have to worry about my own safety. And because sometimes people tell me things so I can have the proper context when I deliver the story to you. So it's not for you. Some channels think the way that they're supposed to report is what the thing that they think is the right thing, that's what they report. I've been trying to inform people the proper way to do journalism for months. I always report the entire story. I report both sides of the story, the entire story. Then we have discussions and I tell you what I think. But I report both sides of the story. Not everybody is doing that. Chuckle Rob says, I didn't think it was a screw 6 9. I didn't think it was a screw 6 9 wave over. I think it was using it for promo. Maybe somebody just needed money. J Mill says, how you feel about T.I.'s recent news? He was getting a lot of backlash. We're not talking about that. Patrick N says, those are channels that don't make it. It's a reason why you're where you at, bro. Still climbing. I'm just trying to do the best I can. Something I want to say though, and this is something that I had spoke about before, but somebody brought this to my attention. 6ix9ine copped out to every single thing. I said this before. I said the reason why 6ix9ine copped out to every single thing on the docket was because they told him he had to. I've been said that. You can go back and see that. But somebody also brought that to my attention is that's probably the only way they was going to give him a 5K1. He had to cop out to everything. I've said before, the reason why they made 6ix9ine cop out to everything is so whoever decides to go to trial, 6ix9ine, they then have a reason to put 6ix9ine on the stand. Make sense? If 6ix9ine only cops out the 3 charges, there's 9 charges. 6ix9ine, so everybody else had 8. 6ix9ine had 9 because they had to add the Kuda B charge. So everybody else had 8 initially. 6ix9ine had 8 initially. Then they gave him an extra one, and he had to cop out to all of those. If 6ix9ine only cops out to 3, right? And let's say somebody that was involved in 2 of the cases that 6ix9ine didn't cop out to, they then wouldn't have reason to put him on the stand. They're gonna try to put him on the stand. The defense attorney is gonna be like, "Why is he going on the stand? He don't know nothing about these crimes." So they needed 6ix9ine to cop out to everything, and that's one of the reasons why they gave him the 5K1. But I've been told y'all that they needed him to cop out to everything. I didn't think about that's the only reason why they gave him the 5K1. I thought my thinking was they made him cop out to everything to make sure that if anyone decided they wanted to go to trial, then they could put him on the stand. So I guess that backs up the whole. That's the only way he was going to get a 5K1. He put the video of 6ix9ine putting the 30K hit. That's why I said I know. I don't know what you mean by that, Gooch. And also, somebody is telling me in order to cop out to racketeering, you have to have underlying acts. I might need them to rewrite that sentence. I think I'm reading it wrong. Free Nuke said this the BBN network. That's a fact. No gimmicks, no clout chasing, no fraud. That's a fact. Did you spell fraud right? I don't know. I don't even know how to spell fraud myself. Now you got me about to go check. Is that the way you spell fraud? I'm terrible at spelling. Yeah, that's the way you spell fraud. I'm terrible at spelling. Yeah, that's right. I'm terrible at spelling. I'm terrible at spelling. I'm one of those people, right? I will know the right way to spell the word, and I will still spell it the wrong way. I'm one of those people. Gimmick was absolutely wrong. There's two M's. That's a fact. Thank you. Thank you, Mommy Rocks. We appreciate you. Let me plug my phone in. My phone about to die. All I'm saying is this. I was just messing with him. Mommy Rocks actually called him out on some shit he got wrong. I was just messing with him. Shout out to Big Boy with the donation. Appreciate you. Keeping that $2 drive alive. Yo, Big Boy, did you send me anything with you and merch? I'm curious. There's a Spreewell in the chat. They used to call me Spreewell when I used to hoop. That's a fact. It's a whole fact. Um, I got something with more than 2x, man. I got something with more than 2x in there. But there was a lot of stuff with only 2x. That's a fact, because I was only selling one of the hoodies. But I think I'm selling the other hoodie now for bag season. Just to throw that out there. And for anybody that wanted to cop some merch, this is the and Big Boy, you already know you get the other discount. There's a 10% discount on all merch for a week. It's 10 off. 10% off. The discount, the code is, what's the code? The code is 10 off. It's a discount on all merch. Drop the link for everybody, please. Can we hit that like before everybody run out the door? We 2 hours in. We gonna call it a wrap. But before we call it a wrap, this is a couple of things I want to say. First is, I told y'all that people were gonna warm up to 6ix9ine. He is the bag. He has too much of a potential to make money for them to let him sit and rot in jail. That's a fact. You know how many different people are looking at him right now and looking at that whole situation and thinking, no disrespect to nobody, but they like thinking, yo, these dudes messed the bag up. 6ix9ine was printing money. Think about it. Akon had Lady Gaga, remember? Remember there was that rumor about Diddy? Game, right? Game is speaking pretty good about 6ix9ine, right? Game's manager is Whack 100, right? Whack 100 is a big troll himself, right? Whack 100 also manages Blueface, right? Blueface actually tried to talk good about Tekashi the other day until the TMZ reporter talked crazy and made him had to back up off it because he didn't want to be confrontational with the dude, right? If anybody's seen that. Blueface actually be doing shows with MTA booking on the title card. They be involved with Blueface bookings. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. But I told y'all. Dude, they're gonna get that guy so much. They're gonna get this dude with so much. Thanks everyone with the spell checks. They're gonna get this dude so much security. He gonna pay about $1 million for security a year. He gonna pay about $1 million for security a year. Rapper, it don't matter what he rap about. All he does is yell on the mic and create a vibe. You get it? All he does is yell on the mic and create a vibe. Have you seen one of his shows? People is going bananas. People say Snoop snitched. People say T.I. snitched. T.I. has got it on the show telling people to do stuff expeditiously. Now, every time T.I. want to say, because T.I. is the least funniest guy ever, but now all he has to do is say expeditiously, and he turns almost anything into a joke. T.I. is not funny at all. He does come off. He comes off really smart. I don't know how smart he is or isn't, but he do come off as really intelligent. But he's not funny at all. Now all he has to do is say something and then say expeditiously. People are gonna laugh. So shout out to him for that. Free Duke is still thinking about that damn misspelling. You good, man. Remember, fraud was spelled right. I was wrong. They say I never say they say I never admit being wrong. How I admit being wrong all the time. Allegedly. Expeditiously. Yo, T.I. is that dude that use big words when it's not even necessary. That's T.I. It don't even be necessary. So I know, like at his crib, that sometimes people just got to look at him like, really, Tit? Really? You had to use that 16-letter word to tell me yes. I'm pretty sure. All right, we're gonna call it a night. Yo, look, I appreciate everybody for coming through as usual. You guys are the best. I appreciate everybody that donated to the chat tonight. Donated to the chat tonight. I'm gonna read off the sometimes I forget to do this. It's not that I don't want to, sometimes I just forget. I'm gonna read off the donations that we got inside of the chat. Shout out to Richard Chaparro. The game is rigged. Rue Jones, Erin Mitchell, Michelle Jones. Why I keep calling him Mitchell? Erin Michelle Jones, William Somerville, Home Team Network, 702 Baron, Jimbo 203. Appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all for the donations. Big boy. Also, Trucker Rob. I believe he dropped something in the Cash app. And Kelly also dropped something in the Cash app. I appreciate y'all, I really do. Um, Also, I'm being informed in order for your 5K1 to be active, you have to tell everything that you ever did. Because if they find out that you didn't say anything, your 5K1 gets ripped up. I don't know right now. Right now, I'm not sure when I'm gonna have anything, Samuel. That's why you see them telling on stuff they didn't have anything to do with. Oh, that's why they telling on stuff that didn't have anything to do with the case. Appreciate you. Nice fall colors. Also, nice knit colors. Let's not forget about that. Also, before we go, I want everybody to check out She Get the Money. It's She Get the Money, the movie directed by Delio Giovanni Solomon. Shout out to the brother, that's him right there in the middle. It's starring Canary Diamond and Lexi. You can check it out on YouTube. Just put it right in the search engine. Check it out. I'm pretty sure y'all guys is gonna like it. If you like stuff like uh what's that show that the 50 Cent has that everybody watches? Power. I guess if you like Power and stuff like that, you're really gonna be feeling this show. Um, Go check it out. Just check it out. Come back here. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me about it tomorrow night. Appreciate you guys. Also, no, Felice, I didn't see your question. Hold on. What was your question? I'm not trying. I don't know where your question's at. I didn't see it though. I'll wait around and I'll let you type it back in. The feds provoke talks about Cardi and Trippy. That's a fact. No, we gotta support each other. That's a whole fact. If we use the emoji donation, do you still get the same amount as in the regular donation? I don't know. Oh, nope, I don't. That's why one homegirl dropped the emoji donation for $1.99. It didn't have the $2 jump off. It had the blue for the $1. Yo, I did not think about that. Feliza Cortez. I think the emoji donation might cost $1. How did you figure that out? I have been sitting here trying to figure out why there was a difference. That's a whole fact. Why do I be looking like I be still for so long? Because I be reading the damn chat. I gotta stop reading the chat. Anyway, well, like I said, you could always donate to the Cash App. The Cash App is right there in the top of the screen. BBN Network, that's the Cash App. It's right there in the top of the screen. Look, I appreciate everybody for coming through today. Um, just so y'all know, realistically, I can make videos about this Treyway case every single day. I have a ton of content that about this Treyway case that no one else is even speaking about. I don't have the slightest idea why not. But I try to only bring y'all things that's new. I'm not really just trying to make videos about Treyway to be making videos about Treyway. Um, I'm not trying to bash these brothers or nothing like that, because like I said, CEO Chris is the one that brought the feds around. CEO Chris was giving people the freaking cheat code. He's the game genie. So he was putting people in a no lose situation. There's no way people would have been not going for what this dude was peddling. You can't tell me that somebody coming to you saying, "Look how easy this is, and you're gonna make money," and you see it working for them, and then you say, "Well, I'm not gonna do that." Like that's the majority of people is gonna take that deal. Let's just be fair. Let's not fake. Um, so let's look at it like that. Let's stop bashing these brothers because somebody just got the upper hand on them, because we go for no lose situations. You can't be a dude, right? Just so we can be clear on this. You can't be a dude that ever smashed because the shorty was throwing it at you. You ain't even like her, but she was throwing it at you. You can't be a dude that smashed because the shorty was throwing it at you and say that you wouldn't have took this easy. You wouldn't have did this easy thing that he was putting in front of your face. Because you lying. You can't be a woman that just went out on a date with a dude because he was paying for dinner and tell me that you wouldn't have did this. Because I think you're lying. This guy made this look so easy, so simple. Barely an inconvenience. Pick this up, take this to those guys. They're going to give you some money. Bring the money back to me. We're going to split it. You can't. People that went for it. So stop playing these games. Stop trying to bash these individuals that got caught up. There was a predator out there. Predator's name was CIA Chris. And so basically CIA Chris went to do another sealed indictment. Maybe he's talking about some new people that we don't know nothing about. Maybe. But Bat is going to court on the 18th. CIA Chris, I saw him on the stand talking about the Snow Billy shooting. The police officer lady that got caught up in all of this with the drugs, that was Bat's girlfriend. For everybody that don't know. Bat goes to court on the 18th. I will be there. Tekashi also goes to the court on the 18th. I will be there. We don't know what CIA Chris told them on Monday. 18th of this month. Wait, is it the 18th of next month? 18th of next month. Right before Christmas. I don't know. I gotta check. I think it's the 18th of this month or 18th of next month. Hold on. I can tell you right now. Give me 1 second. I think it's the 18th of this month. 18th of this month. Shout out to DeLeon Giovanni Solomon. He said the Treyway story never gets old or boring. Hashtag BBN. Appreciate you. This month. Tekashi might be going December 18th, but Bat goes November 18th. Pardon me. Bat goes November 18th. Bat goes November 18th. I don't think it's that cold outside. Bat goes November 18th. Tekashi does go December 18th, I think, though. I'll check to make 100% sure, but I think I'm right. Bat's November 18th. Tekashi is Bat is November 18th. Tekashi is December 18th. Anyway, hey, look, I love y'all, man. We gotta figure out a way to live together. We gotta figure out a way to we gotta get away from the suckers. Gotta get away from the suckers. Suckers will have you all jammed up. Suckers is gonna get you lined up. The suckers is gonna have you acting weird to real ones. Like people who's real dudes. You know what I'm saying? People that are loyal, people that will support you. The suckers is gonna have you looking at them weird. Because the suckers, they don't like people they can't use. The suckers, they don't like people they can't get over on. Stay clear of the suckers. Let the suckers go do sucker shit over there. He said good luck. Mel said good luck. I'm just saying. The suckers is gonna try to stay clear of the suckers. Suckers is gonna put free bad. The suckers is gonna put you in a bad situation. The suckers is gonna make you have problems with people you really shouldn't have problems with. Let's try to encourage each other. Let's try to help each other. If you can't encourage a mofo, stay clear of them. If you can't help a mofo, stay away from them. Sometimes that energy that an individual is giving off ain't for you. Sometimes that energy that you giving off ain't for an individual. We trying to win. There's a reason why somebody could be a great player on an NBA team and they could go team up with another great player and it just don't work. But then when they go with other people who aren't as good as that other great player, it works perfectly. Not everything is for everybody. Recognize who want to help you win. Recognize who you want to help win. And then deal with them. There's going to be pitfalls. There's going to be pitfalls. There's going to be problems. There's going to be losses. There's going to be wins. All of that's cool as long as there's progress. That's what we want. We want progress. We're going to lose some. We're going to win some. But as long as there's progress, we getting somewhere. If you got anybody in your house still awake, give them a hug. Tell them you love them. We don't never know what tomorrow brings. And we don't never know what a person is going through. They might need a hug right now. Right now, they might need for you to tell them how much you love them. They might be going through something they don't feel like they want to talk about with anybody yet. And you extending yourself like that might open them up. So you got anybody in your house, you give them a hug. You tell them you love them. Also, first thing we doing is drinking water in the morning. Remember, in the morning we drink water before we do take anything else in our body. We drinking water in the morning. Clean out them kidneys. Trying to get healthier day by day. Also, just so we can be clear about this, the 18th is bat, and 2 weeks after that is supposed to be drama. So drama goes to court 2 weeks after bat. I'm not entirely sure what day. I'll get that to you, but 2 weeks after bat, drama goes to court. Yes, stay away from soy. Soy causes all types of different health issues. That's a fact. Um, yeah, look, I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.